How y'all doing, everybody? Nice to see you again. I am hoping you're having a wonderful December so far. We're almost midway through. All right, look, I'm pretty grateful, feeling pretty grateful. I hope you are as well. Looking at the things we're grateful for each and every day, I think it's a good thing to do. I'm just being grateful today because I am on my 3 day weekend, on my first day off, and I had a pretty big week. I just completed a 5 day work week on set, and although plenty of work had to be done, I still came out of it feeling like I accomplished it all. And on top of it, I feel like I'm connecting with my crew member, the team a lot better. And I had the opportunity to go out last night and spend some more time with them, which was really nice. It's something I consciously was thinking about and willing to happen, and it happened, naturally, and I'm pretty grateful for that. I'm pretty grateful for that. I've been trying to make an effort to be more present and be more open to building friendships on set. I have basically, for all of my, not I wouldn't say all, but I would say in the last 5 years, I have been pretty decided and had a pretty strict boundary on building relationships at work. Like, I didn't really care to build relationships at work other than the professional one, of course, but I didn't really invest in the collegial type of, you know, relationships that I think most people like to build because we spend a lot of time at work, and naturally people want to, belong and make friendships with the people that they spend the most time with. And I think that's totally fair. But I had made my own decisions about not pursuing that in my recent pasts. And I came to that conclusion because I wanted to focus on myself, and I felt that my current profession didn't necessarily provide the type of influence that I wanted in my personal life and in my own self-development, in my own sort of path of where I want to go in my life and how I want to grow as a person. I felt like, spending too much time and investing into relationships, just like pure collegial sort of friendships at work, which usually involves like drinking and, like you might get into relationships, like romantic relationships with women that you work with, or just broing down, just going out and broing down with the guys, grabbing some drinks, and it just seems to be a very default mode of socializing in this work. And I had decided that those types of activities were not really beneficial to me, that it wasn't really helping me build character in the way that I wanted. It wasn't really optimizing myself for the type of things I want to continue to learn about, and also just being optimized for me outside of my workplace to do other things in life, because these types of social activities take from me in terms of energy, sleep, and it's more of a distraction than anything. I didn't really think that it added much to my life. And I don't want to confuse this from, oh, I don't like the people I work with. That's not true. I love actually the people that I work with. I'm really grateful to work with the people that I do. And I'm super grateful for the opportunity to have this job and to be able to work with them. And that's strictly in a professional level. And of course it's nice to spend time with them outside of the work context, to build so that they know me, so that they get to know me and I get to know them on a human level. And I'm super down with that. I'm super down with like human level of intimate, like deep knowing somebody. But I don't really care for like, oh, let's get fucked up, and just because to me that's just a distraction, and we all need it, right? Like especially after work, you want to go and release. You want to release. You want to celebrate with the people that you work with for the accomplishments that we have together, and I think that's cool. That's cool. But I try to keep it at a very superficial level. I don't get too involved. And I had my reasons for that. Just to be optimized, just to be efficient, productive at work and outside of work. That's my reasons. But I've been opening myself up to the idea of being more available, being more present, and allowing myself to express myself a lot more, regardless of whether like I'm gonna become more friends with them or if I like them or not. Just being present as myself, you know, being honest about what I like, what I don't like. I don't have to, like fit in to enjoy myself. I don't have to agree with everything that people say. I'm just going to be there and present. And if I really vibe with some people, that's cool. And if I don't, that's okay too. But I'm just kind of opening up the prospect of my workplace being a place where I can meet people that are, that I vibe with and I fuck with. So that's a new thing, and I've been trying that out. I've been thinking about it consciously. I've been trying to alter my behavior, a little bit at a time, making adjustments and self-reflecting over the weeks, how I go about it. And last night feels like just like a crystallization of that, and just being able to jump into that and enjoying myself for what it is, and not going deeper than that, not ruminating deeper than, yeah, like I just went out with the people I work with and I'm just being myself, and I try to be authentic, and I fuck with the people I fuck with, and I don't, and if I don't vibe with some people, that's okay. But generally speaking, I do like them all, and it's like I don't have to agree with it, how they live their lives or whatever. Like it's okay. Like I don't need to be swept up in the current of other people's lifestyle choices or whatever. Like I'm gonna still keep going where I'm going. I think I was too attached to the idea that like, oh, or I was too influenced, or I was too easily swayed by the environment. Like if the environment wanted to do something, or this person was living a lifestyle that was not really down with, like I would distance myself purposefully just because I wanted like nothing to do with it. But I think it's another approach, is this new approach is basically like, well, I'm able to be around it, and I can still like appreciate this person for this person, and I don't need to like agree with everything they do, but I can just be around and have fun on a most just for the pure reason of having fun, And I don't have to allow like every little thing to fucking affect me, or like doubt my way of doing things. I'm gonna still go where I'm going. I can still keep in my lane and still fucking have that grounded like center. You know what I mean? So that's just like a new conscious thing that I've been doing, and it's something that seems fucking obvious. And I guess this is how this seems fucking obvious, like like how much fucking fucking reflection do you need to realize this? Well, I had to do that. Because it's easier said than done. I think we're all influenced by the environment. I think the environment has definitely a big impact, if not like a big majority of how we think and act and feel about ourselves and about our life and everything, and the people you're surrounded with. So I think it's a big deal. And I think you would be lying to yourself if you say like, yeah, I'm not influenced by my environment. Like, of course you are, and so I am too. And so my work is just like, okay, how can I really be strong in my own lane? And it doesn't really matter who I'm with or where I'm at. Uh, I'm able to be present and bring myself in my authentic, genuine way and engage them where they're at. But it doesn't mean I have to like, you know, sell myself or change my behavior or change what I believe or think about or feel to like meet them, And if they want to meet me, they meet me. If they don't, they don't. I don't care. That kind of like detachment and being sort of outcome independent. Like, I don't care if they like me. I don't really care, uh, you know, and just having the boundaries for professional life and your sort of social life. I don't want to blend it too much because for my professional life, I want to be productive and efficient. I want to be effective, in what I do. And I don't think, I think this is a good mindset generally to have. This is the way that I carry myself on the film set or TV set. And if I had my own business, that's how I would run it too. Like, I don't want, unnecessary drama. I don't want like emotional baggage in the place of work. That's all that stuff is just going to take away from my bandwidth, like my mental bandwidth to execute stuff. It's just distractions. You know what I mean? If I'm running a business and I'm ruthlessly operating this business to make money, like I want this business to kick ass and be as profitable as possible and be as valuable as possible and be efficient in helping a lot of people and being effective, then I don't need all that bullshit. I can get, if I want like a romantic thing, like I don't need to do it at work. I can go outside of work. I can go out. I can meet people elsewhere. But when I'm fucking running my business, I'm running my fucking business. I'm here to fucking do my business. You know what I mean? I don't need to get all fucking collegial with everybody. I don't need everybody to like me. Like, that's kind of how I'm thinking about it, And I've seen something that's similar. Like, I saw like a thing about how Elon Musk works, and I've read his books. I've read not autobiography, but biography books of him, about him. And he says similar things, and I totally understand it. I have that sort of same philosophy about work. Just being too friendly with your coworkers actually take away from your productivity because you become compromised, to tell the truth. Like, sometimes you don't want to like offend somebody. You don't want somebody to like hate you or see you in a bad way. So you're going to be maybe too nice to them. You can't tell them exactly how to do something, or you can't be an authority to them because like, oh, he's my friend, and oh, like I don't want him to think like I'm a bad person. Like, who gives, like, when I'm running a business, if I'm trying to get something done professionally, it's like I only care that the shit is done right, And this is probably like one of the biggest pet peeves about, if I have anything like against people that I work with, like these are the things that get, this is exactly the thing that people trip over. It's the relationships. It's the interpersonal relationships about like, there's this goal of like getting something done and doing it well. And then like they get tripped over by like stupid shit like, at work romance or like fucking flings or like drama or gossip or like, guys just being distracted from, the power dynamics or like social dynamics going on because like they need everybody to like them or whatever, and ego and pride and yada, 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 yada. Like, fuck that shit. All of that is distractions from the business operating in the best way possible. You know what I mean? And that shit is fucking annoying to me. I just want to get my shit done. It's annoying. So like, there is a good reason that I was being like this. Like, I was sort of distant from my coworkers. Like, I don't really need to be present for every function, like social function. People invite me and I'm just like, no, I'm not gonna. Something that I didn't do well probably in the past is like, I would say I would come and I just didn't. And I'm just more honest about it too. Like, if I'm not coming, I'm not coming. I'm just going home. I had trouble saying no. And that's like the codependent part of me. You know, like as much as I want to be ruthless, I have this part of me that's like, oh, I don't want people to feel bad, like, you know, because they want me to be there and whatever. But I had a hard time saying no. But I think I'm a lot more honest, which I think is a good thing. I think that's a good thing. And and at the same time now I'm just trying to be more open to making these relationships with them and just having fun. You know, like I wanna know these. I wanna know you. I wanna fucking spend some time with you, and I'm not gonna like let this derail me from my long term mission. You know, like I'm not gonna let it like distract me. You know, I'm not letting like little fucking work crush or like interpersonal relationships with like the coworkers, the guys I work with, or like power dynamics. Like, no, like, no, I'm on top of it. You know, I don't get these things to like get under my skin. You know, I'm on top of my shit. So like, and I still can go out and enjoy myself. And I'm just being a little bit more open about it. And I think this is a lot healthier. And, it's also interesting to me because I'm learning a lot about the people I work with, and I understand them better, which is always it's always nice. I like that. I'm always curious about people and why people are the way they are, and it just gives me a bigger perception of the world, and to me that is like the most interesting thing. It's like my hobby, to seek what the fuck people are about, and how this world works. And that is like the number one thing that I'm curious about. So I'm always on that, I always fuck with that. And yeah, I've been able to do it, and I'm super grateful for that. Super grateful for it. Yeah, man. Yeah, this has been kind of a grateful episode. I'm just grateful about things. Um, oh man, something fucking really cool happened yesterday too. Like I was offered to like do a little bit role in the show. They needed a doctor. The main character was going to a doctor to get some sort of test done, and I had to say one line, and it was négatif in French, meaning negative, like to the result of the test, which happens to be good news. So I had to deliver this one line, and after lunch I came back on set, and they're like, "Do you wanna do a role?" It's like you have to just say one thing. Like, what's that? Like, you have to say negative. Like, oh shit, okay. What's the context? So like I pull out the sides, the little printout of the script that we're shooting. It was the last scene of the day that we were shooting, and I read it, and it's just a very simple scene where it's like one shot of the doctor saying this line to the main character. That was it. It's super simple. I don't have to really do anything. I'm just sitting at a desk and I'm just saying this fucking line. And I'm like, you know what? Fucking let's go. Let's do it. Let's do this. So I just jump into it, and it was a really cool experience. Like I talk on the camera like this, and I always admire what the actors do. And it's kind of like, okay, I want to push myself. Can I do it? Yeah, it's just one line. It's one fucking word. But like, can I keep myself under control? Can I like keep calm and just deliver this thing and just like enjoy being this doctor? And so I jumped in. I got dressed up as a doctor. I got my makeup and fucking hair done, you know? And I just went in there. I got in front of the camera. I sat in my desk. The camera's in front of me. I crane down, reveal my face. I look up and look at the lens. And I'm like, I say my line. Boom. And I signed my UDA contract as an actor. So I got paid for saying this one line, which is cool. Like I basically made 2 days. I doubled my wage today or yesterday by taking up this little one line bit role. So awesome, amazing. So in celebration, I did buy a round of shots for the people that I went out with, and it was great. It was super fun, and it was fun for everybody. The crew had a laugh out of it. Like the first take, everybody just burst out laughing after the director cut. That was super fun, man. I enjoyed it, and I feel like I pushed my comfort. I got out of my comfort zone, and I had to sort of just get into this thing and assume the role. Just feeling this kind of nervous energy, but just like breathing into it, trying to control my face. The director's like, smile. And I'm like trying to smile, and I can see my face is tense, and my voice isn't coming out the way that I imagined they would come out. There's all these things that I know about, speaking to the camera all the time like this. Like, I'm conscious about it. But now I'm just have this appreciation for like what the actors are doing. I have no idea how they memorize lines and still like emote and do this and that and this, like just act. It's fascinating. It's just super cool. Like, actors are super fun. I think they have such a interesting job, and I really admire what they do. I really want to be more like them, to be honest. You just, when you're in front of the camera, I just imagine when you're doing a role, it's just like you're just letting go. You just like jump into this thing, and you just let go, and you just completely assume a type of reality, which is so relevant to all the things I talk about. Like designing your life and assuming your reality and building your reality to be like happy and strong and living your life to your fullest. And actors are just on the daily, like assuming all kinds of different realities, and they just jump into it. You know what I mean? Like, think how much we have, like, so many people have trouble just jumping into their own reality and just assuming it and then being empowered and then living out that reality for themselves, which is like their life and who you are. And these actors just are like, they're just jumping into all these different realities all the time and just completely assuming that, And I think that's so cool. So I got a little taste of it, and I'm super grateful for that. Very grateful. A super fun experience. I would totally do that shit again. Yeah, man, it's really fun. It's cool, man. I don't know. That's cool. It's also fascinating, like some people that are maybe, not coming from an acting or a theater background or whatever. Maybe they're like influencers, or they were like sports athletes or whatever. And they go and do like these little bit roles in movies, and they're able to pull it off. I think that's super fucking amazing. That's like really crazy, like, because you have to be pretty confident, man, to do that type of shit. Like, yeah, like some people are just able to live life, man, and take all kinds of experiences and jumping into them. And I think that's the fucking key to living a cool life. Just say yes and just jump in and do it. Just go do it. And it should be a little bit scary, it should be a little bit scary. You should get a little nervous. I think that's a good sign. It's exciting, and if you're not willing to jump into that and face those fears and be a little uncomfortable, like, you're just gonna live a boring life. Like, let's just be real. Let's just admit it. That's how it is. So I feel good that I took that opportunity. I know it's like a nothing thing. It's not a big deal. Like, but I feel like it is for me. It is for me. And I'm super happy and grateful that that happened yesterday, and it made my day. And I also spent some time with my coworkers, and that was really great too. Yeah, I really connected with one of them too last night. I had this intention to like really befriend this girl, and we got to really talk one-on-one, and I really appreciated that too. I was really grateful for that. Yeah, man, just these little things, and then, yeah, today I just fucking relaxed. I wrote about it, just trying to digest it all, trying to make sense of things, and just rested, really. Yeah, I slept in, and I went to eat, had coffee, and I just sat in a cafe and just wrote out what my week's been about and how I felt about socializing with my coworkers and the conversations I had, and just taking away the lessons and what I was grateful for. So today's been a really nice day of relaxation and just resting. Um, so yeah, man, that's it. Like, just sharing that story with you. I guess it's kind of personal, but you know, just letting you know the story. And I hope you had a nice week too. And I hope that you find things you're grateful for. And maybe you can challenge yourself to jump into something uncomfortable, try something new. Just jump in to find out. Um, don't be scared. Don't be afraid to fuck up and make mistakes. Just enjoy the process, enjoy the uncertainty, like laugh about it. Like I just laugh through the whole thing because it's funny. And yeah, you can enjoy your life. You can have fun, you know? So that's about it, man. I just wanted to get on here and talk. I just wanted to get out an episode. Of course, I always say this, and I want to make this more of a continuous thing. Because I'm here practicing just speaking, practicing just getting into the flow state and trying to be real with y'all. And I didn't really prepare this as usual. I just talk about what I feel like talking. And, hopefully I'll get more interesting as I do this. Maybe crack some jokes, say some outlandish things, make you laugh. Because I'm just here to have a good time. I want you to enjoy. I hope I'm giving you a good time. You just you just gave me 30 minutes of your life. So I hope that was worth it. And I love you. I'll see you very soon. Have a great weekend. Bye.